yes, Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. For the morning cock a crow, heratibes, Allah. I see your bundle, there we go, heratibes, Allah. For the morning cock a crow, heratibes, Allah. I see your bundle, there we go, heratibes, Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Washa Allah, washa Allah, washa Allah fa. Yesha Allah, yesha Allah, heratibes, Allah. Washa Allah, washa Allah, washa Allah fa. Yesha Allah, yesha Allah, heratibes, Allah. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Herantibes, 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 Allah. For the morning cock a crow, heratibes, Allah. I see your bundle, there we go, heratibes, Allah. For the morning cock a crow, heratibes, Allah. I see your bundle, there we go, heratibes, Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah.
All right, so this is a live program, so spread the word about the congressman being in Mocha.
Washa Allah, washa Allah, washa Allah fa. Yesha Allah, yesha Allah, heratibes, Allah. Washa Allah, washa Allah, washa Allah fa. Yesha Allah, yesha Allah, heratibes, Allah. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel like a morning star. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah. Heratibes, 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 Allah.
All right, good morning, and good morning to all of you, including my technical assistant, Emma, who's assisting this morning. All right, so good morning to all of you, and especially the folks in Mocha Arcadia or the surrounding areas, communities. Folks, the Congressman, U.S. Congressman Jonathan Jackson, is going to be in Mocha Arcadia any moment now. Is scheduled to be there any moment now. Please, regardless of where you are, call your relatives, call your friends to have them know that the congressman is going to be in Mocha Arcadia. You've got to go out in your numbers, guys. I repeat, you got to go out in your numbers. I know they have folks who may have their shows on now, and I just I just must apologize because, I like to respect people and their timing. But I just thought that it's important to come out also, because the more the merrier, to get this particular information out that Congressman Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, is going to be in Mocha Arcadia. Even if you're in Georgetown, it is worth it. Jump in a minibus, catch a ride or a drop, as we would say, go out and let the congressman hear your voices. You've got to go out there. Early in the morning, I was working on the phone. In fact, a friend of mine called and asked, is Auntie Vashti going to be there? Of course, we want Auntie Vashti to be there. And, early in the morning, just to hear that strong voice, I will be there. This is important because what has happened, and thank you, Claude Biram and others. Claude Biram said that he shared it since yesterday. I know you guys have been on the battlefield since Friday, trying to push this, trying to say to the congressman, do not believe or buy into the rhetoric of the PPPC. Do not buy into it at all. That they are just attempting to cover things up, that all is not well in that country. I repeat, all is not well in the country. And so I must say that I am pleased that the congressman has decided to meet with the people. He has decided to meet with the people. He heard your voices. A lot of you went under his page and you commented. And that is how you get change, with a unified front, a unified approach. That is how you get change. And let me take this time out to say thank you to the people out in Chicago, Guyanese groups out in Chicago who were aggressive in their approach, aggressive in, of course, in a meaningful way, that they made contact with the congressman's office and so forth in Chicago. They are part of his district. And so I must applaud all of you who made a difference. Every one of you, Claude Biram and Charlene and others, and every single one of you who made this a reality. All of you. And I emphasize the operative words there. All of you made this possible. Every single one of you. And so even if you're not from the area there, close by to Mocha Arcadia, Sherwin Green and others, Annette Cummings and others, if you have friends in Georgetown, friends in Mocha, wherever they are, please have them go out now to meet with the Congressman Jonathan Jackson. Please have them go out in their numbers. This is an opportunity to show the other side of the coin, and the other side of the coin is usually the truth. Let the congressman see reality from fiction on the ground. You've got to be out there in your numbers. And let me say this to you. What the PPP had in mind isn't working out. It's backfired. It has backfired on them because of your input, every single one of you. And I want to say this, that this ought to be the approach, that you can't just sit down and complain. You've got to act. And you guys have acted, hence this reverse. This was never part of the schedule of the congressman, but it happened because of you, a collective approach, not because of one man or one woman or one individual. No, this is what you call a collective effort by all of you. And so usually when we are online, as we call it, or on a live, and we call on you to head to the battlefield, not for anything physical, or head to the battlefield. These are the sort of results that we will see. And so the congressman belatedly, after he realized, this is my opinion now, after he realized that something isn't right about what's going on. The hundreds of messages he received on his Facebook page and his inbox messages, phone calls to his office in Chicago, and so forth, he realized that something isn't adding up and that he cannot be in Guyana and ignore the cries of mainly persons of African descent. And when you're in Chicago, you fight for African Americans' rights and so forth and so on. But you go to a country where a regime is brutalizing folks of African descent. You've got to say something. And a lot of us, including, of course, when I say us, I'm included in that, was upset that Congressman Jackson would go and break bread with a corrupt, racist government. I was upset. You guys knew that too. And so I must say that I'm pleased with this development. Of course, started over the weekend with reality check. And so included what the congressman decided now that he's going to meet with members of civil society and including members of the opposition as well. And he met with them. He met with them all because reality kicked in. Reality kicked in. Right away, reality kicked in. And I say again, kudos to all of you. Your efforts have paid off. Again, I repeat, your efforts have paid off. We are still we have some folks on the ground. Hopefully, I just got a message that the internet connection, and usually that's the case, the internet connection. And so, Congressman Jackson, whether it's belatedly or not, he did meet here now with the main opposition. He's standing there with the leader of the opposition, Aubrey Compton Norton, Kemraj Ramjatan, the leader of the AFC, Shadow Minister of Education, Ms. Curta McDonald, and Shadow Minister of Local Government, Ganesh Mahipal, and others. And so this is good. This is healthy. This is what you call teamwork. And let me ask you guys this here. Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think, and I'll read your comments, do you guys think the PPP likes this? Remember the PPP, from what we heard, that the PPP invited him for the flag raising ceremony. And after inviting him for the flag raising ceremony, they thought that that was it. He's going to beat out and he's going to see roads being built, even though it's half inch and these things. And he's going to see this fake togetherness, this fake One Guyana, and that they were going to be able to brainwash him. It didn't work. They weren't able to brainwash him. It just didn't work. Again, I repeat, they weren't able to brainwash him at all. They weren't able to do that. They just weren't able to do that. And do you think that they are happy that Congressman Jackson is going into Mocha? Seriously, as we talk about him going into Mocha, as we talk about that, please call your friends and your relatives in the area. Tell them, put on, even if it's a short pants, them ain't even got to brush their teeth. Just go out. Go out. I hope they would do that though. But go out. The point I'm making is not whether you brush your teeth or not, but you go out. If a 70-something-year-old lady could leave from her area to be there at Mocha Arcadia, why can't you, young people, middle-aged people like like me, why can't you guys be there? Pick up the phone. You don't even have to call any longer. Send a message, send a text message, send a WhatsApp message to your friends and relatives in Mocha Arcadia and the neighboring communities. You've got to do it now, guys. This is important. We don't want to see 20 people there. We don't want to see 30 people there. We want to see hundreds of people out there. And when one speaks, let the other, let that person, because Guyanese get away, everybody want to talk at the same time, right? It happens sometimes on this show. So good morning to you guys again. This is live. It's Tuesday morning, the 28th of May. Congressman Jackson, who is the son, he's the son of civil rights leader, American civil rights leader, Jesse Jackson. And so Congressman Jonathan Jackson is in Guyana. He, according to the PPP, they invited him for the flag raising ceremony. And during his visit, or even before he got to Guyana, you guys were already out there. Some of you guys aren't easy, Y'all are all over the place, which is a good thing. It is a healthy thing that you guys are on your P's and your Q's, whether you're in the front seat, whether you're in the back seat, wherever you are, you have done your job. And this is what we have to do. Teamwork makes everything work. Team effort. Team effort. And read between the lines. Team effort. This is not about grabbing who did this and who made this happen and who. It's not about that. We're not going to get anywhere with that. And sometimes you do not telegraph your shots too. Some people love to telegraph their shots. They got to stop with the nonsense. However, I want to say this here. Getting back, look, Doris already waved me. Doris already loved Jackson, right? Just fall in love, just like that. We gotta wait. We can't fall in love so quick. We can't fall in love so quick. We can't fall in love so quick. We got to stop and we got to listen. And once it's heading in a direction, then we would love the message and we would appreciate the messenger. But we can't just fall in love, just a dry. But we appreciate what Senator Jonathan Jackson has done. He's going into Mocha right now. Mocha Arcadia. He is heading in there to listen to the cries of the people. That's where he's heading in there. Y'all don't fall in love so quick. Y'all don't follow Doris and y'all fall in love so quick. Doris reminds me of, you go to a party, you just get one dance alone and you don't fall in love. But, however, on a serious note, call your friends and your relatives and let them head out there to Mocha Arcadia. This is the purpose of this call. This is the purpose of the call. This program. I noticed somebody saying Hazel Johnson you could tell Hazel Johnson is an old timer. She said, wait, stop and wait for the outcome of Mr. Jackson's video. Yep, wait for the outcome. Don't fall in love quick. Be careful. Listen, though. Somebody said something about Garden or who is... I do hope that Mark, Garden, and others from Mocha are there up front. God is good. Who's Mark Garden? Right? But yes, we do hope if you have folks in Mocha, tag them right now. Tag them, message them, share this link as well. You don't share it for the likes or to say, we got this, even a few listeners make a difference. So do tag your friends and let them know that the congressman should be in Mocha already. He should be in Mocha already. He should be there already. He should. We'll try to find out since people are complaining about their internet connectivity is very poor. And we saw that this thing was getting somewhere under the coalition. electricity, internet connection, and all these things. But because of this corrupt, racist regime, things have gone right back to square one. Corruption, major problems, whether it's electricity, it's phone, it's internet, every single thing. Even even as we speak, the flooding in Linden right now. It is horrible, guys. Horrible. The PPP went in there to prepare for the so-called flag raising ceremony, and they destroyed the entire area. They destroyed the entire area. Yes, the PPP did that. The PPP destroyed the entire area. Shame on the PPP for what they have done. Shame on them. If you have any relative in Mocha, any relative you have in Mocha, call them now and ask them to go live on their Facebook page. People should be going live. Send them a little top up. Let them, if they complain that they don't have credit, send them a top up. Let them go live. This meeting is a public meeting and it is important. It is important, guys, that we get to see and we get to hear. I know some folks are videoing and will be showing it after, but I want you guys to have the front row seat to see what is happening right now in Mocha Arcadia as the Congressman Jonathan Jackson prepares to visit the area. Prepares to visit the area. Now, I was trying to get in touch with some folks who I know are heading down there. Um, call up people, call up again. Um, let people go out there in their numbers. Um, Sion or Sean, you know, when people are Sean, if you don't pronounce them as Sean, they get upset. But Sean Withers, I believe, Sean Withers is saying, hey, Mark, this is a collective effort, not a one woman effort. That is so true. It's not a one man. It is not. And the congressman met with the leader of the opposition and members of the opposition and leader of the AFC as a result of your efforts, your work, whether behind the scene, whether publicly. That is why it's important, because when you call upon your senators and your congressmen and women on a particular subject, for the most part, they listen to you. And it was important that the congressman gets to hear what is happening in Guyana and what, especially folks in Mocha Arcadia and other areas, what they are experiencing. So it's good. Kudos to all of you who made this happen. And so as a result of that, they were able to meet with, guess who they were able to meet with? The leader of the opposition. Kudos. Again, I repeat, kudos. If you're now joining us, Congressman Jackson is preparing to, if he hasn't already arrived, at Mocha Arcadia. That's at the Mocha Community Center. Right now, at the Mocha Community Center. Mocha Community Center. Call your folks and have them head out to the Mocha Community Center. So this is what's happening. This is what's happening in Linden right now. Take a look. Take a look at what's happening in Linden. That's Linden. That's the area where the sports complex, Mackenzie Sports Complex, that they want to rename Mackenzie Stadium and all. It's not stadium. It's a complex. It's a sports complex. And after they went and they did all sort of stuff, they wasted $100 million. This is what's happening in the people's community right now in Linden. That is what's happening. Take a look. Take a look, guys. And many of you are familiar with this area here from Linden. This is what Lindeners are experiencing right now. Take a look. compliments of the corrupt PPP regime. Right now, this is Linden. This is what they have done. Take a look. Take a look, guys. Take a look. That is what the PPP regime has done to the people of Linden. And Linden, as if this is not an eye opener for you, if this is not an eye opener for you, well, I don't know what is. Thanks to Sharma Solomon, the mayor of Linden, who was up late last night, early this morning, I believe, and he was out there, and other leaders of Linden. Thank you all so much. You know, the people of Linden, and not only Linden, the people in Ituni and Kokwani, and all across Guyana. If your eyes are not open, well, something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. All right, so again, call your folks and let them know that the congressman is heading. He's now heading to Mocha Arcadia. Specifically, he's going to be at the Mocha Community Center. At the Mocha Community Center. That's where he's going to be. That is where the congressman is going to be, at the Mocha Community Center. Have you guys tagged your friends in Mocha or the surrounding areas? Because from Mocha to Georgetown, or from Georgetown to Mocha, is just about what? Just less than 15 minutes, and you're in Mocha. Less than 15 minutes. Hyacinth Jones, Hyacinth, are you in Mocha? Are you there, or somebody's telling you that they're running late? As you know, I'm on the air. Patrick McKay is asking, what about the people in Success? Well, a congressman can go all over. He can be in Success, he can be in Linden, he can be. Remember, he has his constituents to take care of, and he's just basically meeting. He has, because of the pressure from you guys and the real pressure from everyone, a unity thing, right? So he decided that Mocha is the place. Mocha has been in the news all over, especially what they have done to the people of Mocha. And so Success, somebody said, well, about Success? Oh man, you can go to Mocha and then you can go Success, and somebody might want to go Filipito, and then Alness, and then Port Morant, and then Blackbush. And he might as well stay in Guyana, right? But the people of Success, they should have, this information was out, and they should have, let's say, 2-3 minibuses, jump in a minibus and go out to Mocha. Because from Success to Mocha is not too far. And I hope that answers your question. Good morning to Ann John and George Tanner, always ready for war. George Tanner is saying, Hazel Johnson, those same overseas politicians installed the PPP, and we're speaking about outside interference. I don't know what we early morning, Rastaman by early morning views out. Good morning to George Tanner. Let's see here. Shariza Tamiz Herlal is saying he should visit people. He should visit all the regions, not only Mocha. Well, you have an installed government who failed to visit people all over the country. They just hop by for a photo op, and that's it. And then you have politicians in Guyana who don't visit all the regions, so-called elected officials in the corrupt regime who do not visit all the regions. But y'all expect a congressman just in for a so-called flag raising, and y'all want to visit all the regions. Oh, mama, yay. Whether Herlal is being sarcastic there or not, you know, Tell those who are being paid to visit all the regions, those corrupt ones in the regime, tell them visit all the regions. You know, Jagdeo visits all the regions. He visits all the banks, because wherever there's millions and billions of dollars involved, he is there. Tell Jagdeo to visit all the regions. Tell Lil Elephant, Irfan to visit all the regions. You got to tell these people to visit all the regions. So back to Linden. You guys see exactly what's happening in Linden, and even as we speak, I ask you guys to call up your relatives and friends in Mocha. We're waiting. We want to hear. We want to see the crowd. It's got to be a large crowd, guys. You've got to have a large crowd out there. Um, Mocha Arcadia at the Mocha Community Center. At the Mocha Community Center, guys. Let's head to Sharma Solomon.
Size right in this area. He was right here, right here. And they were inspecting the quality of the work. Look the work. Show them the work. The entire thing is running into the creek. The entire thing is going into the creek. Everything, all the work that they did, every piece of material that you can look at is now ending up in the creek, straight into the Demerara River. As far as you can see, all of the work, all the sand, everything, washing into the creek. Less than an hour of rainfall. Less than an hour of rainfall. Look the work. Everything washing into the creek. And for this, the councillor was abused. It's called all sorts of names by Mr. Colin Aaron. Look the quality of the work. We can go all the way up to the work. He was responsible for all of this work. Quality of the work. The road is worse. The quality of the work. It's just that we don't have the lights. We don't have the lights. Look at this road. Somebody got to come and remove all of this stuff from our road. All of it. 77 million it was reported to spend on this road. Can't drive here properly. Worse than it was. Worse. The road is worse than it was. The entire thing is now washing. Look at where the water is. The entire work is now washing into the creek. Everything done, washed into the creek.
Guys, please let me know if you're hearing us.
And all the trees cut down. So poorly planned, so poorly planned. All the trees cut down that could have prevented some amount of erosion. All vegetation removed. No consultation, everything removed. Now look at it. Less than an hour rainfall, and the entire thing is running into the creek. Look, into the creek. Into the creek. Everything. In the creek. Every bit of vegetation removed. Every bit of the sand is now going into the creek. This is the work of Colin Aaron, BL. Everything into the creek. $77 million. And the work's being done around Mackenzie Sports Club residence. Let me remind you, this would have been works that the contractor would have left the sports club in the state it was in and leave it like that during the town week period. Now they're doing a hastily cleanup, and look at the work. It's going into the creek. Mr.
Shame,
Biel.
shame.
And when the councillors came to do an inspection so that they can show.
Shame on the PPP regime. Shame on them. Look at what's happening in Linden. Thank you so much, Mayor Solomon. Shame on the PPP regime. Let's head straight to Chicago right now. We have Yvonne Jackson, community activist. She is a Guyanese. She has been doing a lot of work there in Chicago. Ms. Jackson, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, Mark.
Yep. So, it's really nice to have you on the program this morning. and I know that you were livid when you heard that the PPP invited your congressman, Jonathan Jackson, to Guyana for a flag raising ceremony. How you felt when you heard that bit of news?
Well, Mark. Not only I'm not the only one here in Chicago, but the word had gotten in from a group in New York, called here to find out what did we know about the congressman coming to Guyana, and nobody knew once the word got around in Chicago that he was coming. And some of the members, some of the Guyanese here are members of Operation Push and have done volunteer work there for years. And one member in particular, who lives in his district, she assisted with the congressman getting into office by doing volunteer work when he was running to be elected. And she did not know. She was surprised, and others were surprised. We didn't know. I'm a member of Operation Push, and I'm proud to say that. I learned quite a lot from Jesse Jackson's organization, which we sometimes call Dr. King's Workshop. And I am a member there, but not as active as the other Guyanese. And when I was told, I was really surprised because we didn't see anything here. But however, the latest news, someone again from New York sent us to say that the congressman was meeting with the group in Mocha, which we were glad. I think that it was very good of him meeting with others, not only the MPs in the People's Progressive Party, but to meet with WWPA, meet with Robin Simon, meet with Ipadiji, and all those people, all those groups of persons who have complaints.
Yeah,
so I'm
but
glad that he's sharing his time.
as you would know, Ms. Jackson, and he cannot meet with everyone, and so the congressman's visit in Guyana is very short. But he did meet with the leader of the opposition, members of the opposition, including leader of the PNC, Aubrey Norton, including leader of the AFC, Comrade Ramjatan, and others. And now the fact that maybe he is in Mocha Arcadia as we speak, he took the time out to meet, and these things were not part of his schedule. And so we got to credit people like yourself and others who were able to activate. This is what you call activism at its best. And obviously the congressman heard the voices, heard the messages that people were upset that there he is in Guyana meeting with corrupt government officials, racist members of the PPP regime, and to raise the flag with them was a disrespect to all Guyanese, but more so Guyanese of African descent.
Yes, the thing is, Mark, I left Guyana 60 years ago. I left Guyana in 1963, and I love my country, and this is why I stay involved. I'm not a registered voter in Guyana. I can't vote, but I love Guyana. I love my country. And so I was very concerned when we didn't even know what was the agenda of our congressman. I'm not in his district. I'm in the 7th district, but there are Guyanese who live in his district. And they were really surprised. And one person decided to call the congressman on WhatsApp immediately when the word got around that he was there, and we and members of the organization didn't know. So I'm thanking you, Mark, for calling us and letting us know what was finally the agenda that made sense.
Well, I want to say this, that when you first heard of this Friday, and I received a call from you, or was it? You were very concerned, and I must thank you guys there in Chicago for doing what you did in terms of reaching out to the congressman's office and even WhatsApp messages to the congressman to let him know that he needs to meet with the other side. He needs to. And Yvonne, let me just say this, and thank you so much for all the work that you do there in Chicago as well. You have been
and in Guyana, a lot of charitable work. But go ahead.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. Thank you so much. And I was going to mention in Guyana as well. And the fact that you have left Guyana 60 years ago, that's a heck of a long time, way before I was born.
Oh my
60,
goodness.
60 years ago, and you're
Mhm.
still active. You're still in love with your country. That is what you call patriotism. Thank you so much for all that you do. Any
Okay, my dear. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yvonne
God
Jackson.
bless.
God bless you too.
Bye bye.
Yvonne Jackson out in Chicago. Um, we
And
can
those of us, there is a group here that will be meeting with the congressman when he comes back.
Thank you, Yvonne. Appreciate it. Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye bye, Mark.
good. That's Yvonne Jackson, all the way in Chicago, all the way in Chicago, and she's telling you guys like it is, telling you guys what they did, and there was a serious pushback so that the Congressman Jackson, would not be brainwashed by the corrupt PPP officials. In fact, one of the things, if you guys are getting news from Mocha, please let me know, because my eyes have to be all over, looking here, looking at your comments, looking at my messages as well. So if anyone watching and they're in Mocha right now, let me know, because we want to be able to. I'm sending some messages to some folks as well, from the Mocha area, to find out what's going on. We need to find out what's going on. This is really good, and all of us should be happy. Those of us who were with the vexed with the congressman for accepting the invitation from the corrupt PPP regime to go at a flag raising ceremony. And many of us were wondering what's going on, what's happening. You know, in the community, we notice again the PPP would try to make this appear as though it's a PPP thing. But we've got to be careful. That's why I'm saying, before we talk about love and all these, it's happening right now, guys. It's happening right now. Right now, it's happening. And you would think that the PPP regime, they would want to. They obviously, sorry about that. I'm looking at some messages and so forth, because I want to give you guys accurate information. And I'll show you guys some photographs, compliments of Enrico Wolford. Thank you, Enrico. Compliments of Enrico Wolford. This is what's happening right now. This is what's happening right now at Mocha Community Center. This is what's happening. This is what's going on right now. More people should be out there, but we also have to be careful that what the PPP, on top of their agenda, is to get a couple of folks within the community to talk things to make it appear as though all is well in the community, when in fact that is not the case at all. It's just not the case. And so we want to thank Enrico Wolford for this. Take a look at what's going on. Take a look at what's happening right now at Mocha Arcadia, at Mocha Community Center. Take a look. That's a member of parliament, the shadow minister of youth, sports, and culture, Ms. Nemo Flu Bess. She is there, front row. Now, as we take a look, I want you guys to take a look at what's happening here at the community, and take a look. Let's try to understand what's happening here. So the PPP decided to put an alleged pedophile alleged child rapist, a criminal, a convicted criminal, a deportee. And nothing is wrong with those of people are deported for circumstances. And so I just want you guys to know that Kwame is a deportee as well. He's a convicted criminal. He's an alleged pedophile, alleged child rapist. And this is who the congressman is walking into, a community that was battered, brutalized by members of the corrupt, racist PPP regime. And so the PPP wants to control this whole visit of the congressman. So they decided that he's going to go into Mocha and talk to a few people. That is why I'm saying to you guys, call your friends and relatives and let them head out there now. Let them head out there now. You cannot just be there 4 or 5 of you guys. And look what's happening at the community center. Take a look at what's happening. I don't even know why they allowed Kwame McCoy to be there in their community. And the member of parliament for that community is not at the head table. I repeat, is not. Look where the member of parliament is. Take a look. Again, take a look, guys, and I want to hear your thoughts on that. Sorry about that. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Tell me what you see. Look where the member of parliament is. Take a look. Guys, if I'm showing a live Facebook stuff here, please do not message me during the live. Because if you message me during the live, your message will go live. Thank you. So please do not message me while I'm live, because your message will go live. Now, back to this here. You see where the member of parliament is. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look, and let me read some of your comments. You guys see where the member of parliament is, right? Look, let me tell you guys this. And respect for the member of parliament. You see her facial expression. She ain't there to take nonsense. But I'm not going to be a member of parliament from my area, my people, my folks, and I take no back seat or no middle seat. No. I am going to take a chair, whether invited or not, and I'm going to put my chair at the head table. And I'm going to say to the congressman that I am the representative. I am the elected official. I am the elected representative of this community. And anyone coming in to talk to the community needs to respect my position. You cannot have the likes of a convicted individual, a convict like Kwame McCoy, sitting at the head table in your community that he brutalized. It is unacceptable. I would have been there, and members of the community would have been able to say, you know what? We want our representative at this head table. We want our representative at this head table. We do not want our representative to be sitting there. We do not want that. I'm looking at some of your comments. No. Unacceptable. Look at who is at the head table. The likes of a Kwame McCoy, a convict, a convicted criminal, a deportee. Look, the congressman should have been greeted by community leaders of Mocha Arcadia. And on top of that list is the official elected representative, Member of Parliament, Nima Flew Bess. She lives in that community. She works for the people of that community. And therefore, she should have been right there at the head table, right there, instead of sitting in the middle of the audience. Nevertheless, we're glad that she's there. We're glad that she's there. I hope the people make some noise. Make some noise. Nima Flew Bess, the Member of Parliament, should have been walking the Congressman to visit some of the people within the community as well. Let him stop and drink a mobby, eat some bag of tennis roll and things like that. Somebody said, who said that? That's okay, Mark. The main thing she's there. No, it's never okay. We must not just put our hands up and just accept things as being okay. But the point is taking. We must not just settle for, oh, it's okay as long as she's there. No, it's not as long as she's there. Not as long that she's there. We got to stop settling for these sort of things. Yes, it's good that she's there, but we got to stop settling. We got to stop settling for these sort of things. Yes, it's good that she's there, but we don't want our elected official to be sitting there. Take a chair. If I was there, I was going to stop the meeting, and I'm going to say to the congressman that I demand that our elected official has a place at the head table. Story done. Story done. This is I-pass. It's double I-pass. You already have the likes of a Kwame McCoy. Kwame can't speak for us. He doesn't speak for us. He doesn't. That convicted criminal doesn't speak for us. And after they brutalized the people of Mocha, here is where now you're going? No. He doesn't speak for us. Good morning to all of you. There's no video at the moment. So what has happened? What has happened is that the possibility is that they told the people that there'll be no live recording. No live recording. I hope that's not the case, because we want to get to see firsthand what's happening. No recording. No one has any recording of anything. At least we're not seeing that. We don't know what's the reason. But knowing the convicted criminal Kwame McCoy would say to members of the media, do not carry it live. You know why? They don't want it. And nobody could tell me whether to carry an event live or not. No one could tell me that. And members of the media, some members of the media got to stop this nonsense. They have to stop this nonsense to listen to the likes of a Kwame McCoy. A public event. This is a public meeting. The media or members of the media or anyone in the community, anyone has that right to carry it live. Anyone has that right. And so the fact that it is not live, it simply means that the PPP wants to control the message. That's what they want to do. But we must not succumb to that. Our people must never. They must not sit down there as though they're listening to massa them speak. No, and they can't do this. No. The people have, and I hope any one of you right now, if you have a relative in Mocha and they are at that community center, or even if they're close by, let them go and carry it live. Let them go with some placards to chase Kwame McCoy out of their community. Let the congressman see. It is not that you're behaving bad. No, the congressman grew up with placards. He probably had a placard as his pillow. It's time that you guys, and I agree with GT business sense, you guys got to be tough. You cannot accepting and say, okay, all right, man, at least she's there. Okay. No, we don't want our elected official to just be there. She must be an active participant. Her position must be respected. And we demand that. We can't sit there and fold our legs and accept a Kwame McCoy. Does he speak on our behalf? No, he doesn't speak on our behalf. Who does he? On whose behalf is he there? Not us. Not the people of Mocha. Not people of African descent. Certainly not. He is there on behalf of the corrupt PPP official. That is what he's there. And they deliberately say to the people, do not carry the event live. That's what he said. That is what they have done. Told the people, do not carry the event live. That's it. Do not carry. Yep. Got some messages coming in from people. Looks like the event in Mocha was allowed to be hijacked by the PPP. And there is where, when we go and we talk about good trouble, we want to be able to see good trouble. We're not seeing that right now in Mocha. Yes, we're glad that the congressman decided that he's going to do these sort of things belatedly. But remember the corrupt PPP regime is just about they want to prove a point by brainwashing the congressman or attempting to brainwash the congressman and to make it appear that there's nothing wrong and that people are peddling lies and so forth. I wonder if the congressman is comfortable walking and shaking hands and sitting there and hosting meeting next to a convicted criminal, an alleged child rapist. I wonder if the congressman is comfortable with these sort of things. And I know he's going to take some heat from members of his district for this. It is unacceptable. And let me say this now again, that the meeting in Mocha Arcadia right now, the media, members of the media were told specifically, I assume by the convicted criminal, not to broadcast live. They shouldn't broadcast live. And the fact that nobody, not even the congressman, could tell me if I'm there with my camera at a public event to tell me that I shouldn't carry it live. No, not even the congressman could tell me that once I'm there and I have my camera. Much less the likes of a Kwame McCoy, a criminal. No. It can't work. It just can't work. And so I am surprised that no one is carrying it live. No one. Maybe they think, and of course, maybe they announce that nobody should carry it live. Whether people take videos or not, this is the show. People have to be brave. They got to. Why aren't they no live events? Why aren't they nothing live? Where are they? Everybody in Guyana like to go live, Everybody like to go live. Everybody like to go live except today. But we're gonna find things. We're gonna find stuff. We want to find stuff. What's going on? We're gonna find things. Y'all know how we are. We are going to find things. I repeat, we are going to find things, guys. We are going to find something. We are going to find something. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all say prayers, and we will be going live to Mocha. I don't care what y'all say. We're going live to Mocha in a matter of 30 seconds. We're going live to Mocha. Right? About 30 seconds, we're going live.
Likewise, the Honorable Minister gave you me the best give your flashlight. I could give your flashlight with tears, and the opposition government would have gonna come and the big circle set up. And the end is they're gonna grade us as them and the Senators and the outsiders coming. Say that people like yourself that just don't want that thing themselves. Thank you.
One moment, please. One moment. Good morning to the audience. Good morning to the president. My name is Mark Hyman, and I was born a resident of Caneview Avenue. When Mr. went in, the government went into Caneview Avenue to interview us concerning the state, I was always accepted and willing to move because I stated I like development, but I have my animal and thing to take care of. Yeah, cattle and pig and cows. It name it as rabbit, duck, goat. Everybody from Mocha Arcadia know me. You understand? They asked me to come into them. I went into them, they asked me money for building place. They said, this can't really be satisfying to me to build it on the place. They stayed and listened to me, you know what I mean? They're going to find land for my animal and everything to move from there. I went more than one time, I'm Mr. Irony, Mr. Charles Lisa. They asked me to give them an estimate. They went working on construction work also farmer. I was migrated out to Ghana for 20 years, I come back in and go into farming. Farming is one thing all around the world. I come when I hear the place bulldozing. I come and reach my animal, everything exposes on the road. People came in and stated that they see my animal was buried. I tell them I don't know, but when I gather my animal together, about 3 missing, I see one of pick in somebody not too far from me here. I got Mocha station, the police, they send the police. We're going to take this animal to Mocha Arcadia station. They say the guy will go and get a DNA for check it. We'll see who they breed it from. I said, listen, my thing that they try, they then open up the now, they're still opening. There's over a year done, you know, I went, I'm Mr. Charles Davis, how much times I went to both of them just to assist them for build back my pendant. They send people to see it, they come and say, if this family neighborhood, the team has twice asked what to do. There's where my living come from. They make my living, I come back from outside, this is why we fight to make my living now. Selling pig, selling eggs, selling things, selling greens, selling vegetables, guys make my living. I start back again, between the back there and the back down. Right now we're suffering a problem between the water level. I start suffering right now and I'm just asking for assist me for build back my thing, like get you back to my head. Everybody can see the video, everybody can hear what I say when I take them. I always was brilliant. You know, despite because I was one of the person first who had cattle in Mocha Arcadia. So when the land was given for us for Gaisuku for plant grass, because Gaisuku used to plant again at that time. It had a drain where the guy reached to divide me from the cane field and give us to plant grass. You see, likewise the same thing they do over Mocha Arcadia. Some land was a market to plant grass in the same way with the farmers who have cattle. Same thing over Cajun. Guys, support the way they succumb the squatting started. But I was still continuing with the farming major. I was born in the base of 24 by 45. Upstairs and downstairs computers. You see, everybody must know me and know that this happens, you know, because the tape is still here. No assistance up to now with my farming, and the cattle how it was treated. And my animal was treated was like on the road. And I tell myself, animal and I'm telling you, they shouldn't be treated like that.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I was so grateful for this opportunity to express my how I feel about the situation because of the American and Guyana as such. When I heard you were coming, I felt good because we need a channel where we can express ourselves and what's going on. If we protest, most time we find us dead or we lose certain opportunities that we had. So when I heard that you were coming, I felt good because your father and mother represent the poor and your underprivileged. Sir, I want to tell you, the system of apartheid and slavery is still evident among us. This government, sir, appointing a few of us. If you notice how this place is divided as one, but we now one. The government are using each other to divide us. And pick a few, get them a few pittance, and they turn against us. There's no development. All the effort is to destroy us. Because if you look at all the dirty works, black people doing it, cleaning the gutters, breaking down buildings, nothing else. If, sir, black people get money, who you think will do all them dirty works? Who they gonna pay for kill people? Who? Tell me who? They don't want black people get nothing. The system of apartheid and slavery is evident through this government, sir. We need your help. You got social media. Don't take this thing you see coming out. These people, sir. Look, they came to our village. They're dealing in the farm. The chairman. They took a function for come and talk. All the respected to protocol. You told us to stand up and do the pledge. The pledge is to respect the laws of Guyana and respect all the people. There's no evidence of this in the government, so they break all the laws. They break all the laws. Local teachers, you're supposed to negotiate with them. They say, no, we gave you this. No, all the laws they break it, sir. I got you to your son. Use this opportunity, not only by this cooperating with these people giving you, sir. Use the internet and use what these people tell you and you get closer to the truth. I thank you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry for my voice. I have lost one of my siblings, my brother. Sorry for my voice this morning. I've lost one of my brother. We haven't buried him as yet. And we're in turmoil. Because I'm from Kizal. My name is Basti Fredericks. I'm sure enough of you heard me with Mr. Edgel on the radio, on the internet. Mr. Aaron is here. So what I want to tell this morning concerning Kizal residents and the bridge that's there, there's a lot of disadvantages going on. Terrorism and bullyism. I tell you that this morning. There was no legal document came to us when this bridge started. They started a project and then they came to us. We had to move out within 3 months. Right? So I born and grew there. They say a fruit trees. Are you compensating me for my fruit trees? No, they gave me. I said, they got my heart. They said, watch me here or watch my face. You giving me trees to plant back when? You gotta give me fruit trees with fruits on them. Because they assign us to all the government political lawyers. I don't understand. Mr. From Housing, Mr. Aaron, he was on the ground with us when they came in, and every time a different person from the housing came in, they covered a different situation. The government had no policy for us, no principle, nothing at all. Because every time anybody came in, one man threatened me a morning if I don't want to give my ID card for them to see my correct name, if I think I can stop housing. And I said, you come to bully me this morning. I said, this is terrorism. Right? And it's like, oh, yeah. Every time a different minister comes, Nandalal take over. Aaron Aaron, they say they giving us the land, they giving us money, and they will give us a land. And then the land came and said, you got to pay $3 million for the land. Right, Mr. Aaron? We got to pay, we can't get the land free. We got to pay $3 million for the land because we're taking advantage from the government. That is what he said. Now the government sent the evaluation officer. We imagine the resident had the right housing for us to have a meeting with the minister. We went to a lawyer and so the minister of housing came in to see us, right? And then they print a document and bring it. We had to move up within 3 months, 2 months. They saw the guy like yo. We are living in an industrial area. That was a residential area. That is why it must be fourth, fifth generation. But we living in turmoil. Right now, the clock on the floor, they were watching the time. Why is it okay that turn off your stove? Because your pot will jump off. Because of what's going on, the frightened the bar will blow up. I tell you this morning, let me tell you, there's very lot of advantage going on. And what they did, we told them we're going to get our own valuation because and then we agree. When I go there, we keep a meeting. When I stand up to talk, he said, meeting done. Meeting done. I said, you're not acknowledging me. Meeting done. I'm minister of the government address me like this. I said, you not see me? Yes, ma'am, what you want? There's a minister of the government. I said, I'm here to my concern. That you come to abuse me? That's Anil Nagalal. Right. I said, I come concerning my concern. When the president built a fence, I said, no memorial can be called. Let me give you the exact word. He built a fence for 50 million Irish in the pool. I said, minister, go outside and do your thing for what millions of dollars. Right? But I tell a lot of advantage going on there. It is all with the residents because we all went to take the Indian people with us to do the private valuation and to say, yes, we can do it. Now the Indian people get their private, all of us get our private valuation. They pay the Indian people on the private valuation. Look, I have a house here that they pay $55 million and they can't pay us. God don't sleep and I tell people God will skin them up. A document come and stick it with fence that they did a proposal to this man here who got a big rotten house. And if you see people at the house, would they give him 20 million, 30 million and give that man $55 million. When I went to Mr. Aaron, I said, you don't see me. I said, I come for two things. I come for you to see me, and I come for you to do a proposal for me. Because a proposal was written by Mr. Aaron. And I didn't call him. He said, Mr. Bash. It's Bash is the man name. I didn't call him to him. He said, no, that would be interest, a conflict of interest. I can't do that. Mr. Bash. I didn't call no name to him. But they're so guilty of what they did. That is Mr. Bash house. $55.5 million. Let me tell you what's going on in the area. One day I'll come in and see what's going on. We don't have no proper road. This government is very inhumane to people, to human being, man. And everybody them in the government, they live in night and sleep. You can't sleep in the night. Chinese, they walk in. The last time I had to be, I know if you are hearing on the media, begging somebody to come and release us. Water in our yard. We have children. Can't go downstairs. Probably somebody from the NDC came and released us. The Chinese black up the cold mouth. Flooding we out. There's a lot of injustice going on there with us. Then Mr. Angel come on morning. After
I would appreciate, we have about 10 minutes left. I would like all these persons to speak. So if you can wrap it up for me, please.
And instead of dog, and the dog like that, and I didn't like
Morning. KFU was one of the residents of KFU. They told me we're going to get the land. Right? Let's survey the land. What part of the land? Could not be spotted? No. So long as you come in and do all the things, it could never be spotted still. You told me that the road we're going to be in the roadway. The road finish. How much land is there still? Plenty land is there. I mind livestock, farming. They tell me the land Long Creek. When I got people on the land at Long Creek. Aaron. Everything is not Aaron is a wicked big man. Wicked. Aaron wicked. He is a main man in this Aaron. That we pass through this. Pig is the one with all the pigs them. I sell them out for next to nothing. Because the bulldozer too dark, very for me. I beg the police them. But I beg the dogs them. They tell me too late. Me dogs very under the out problem with the dogs them. All the pigs them I have to sell out for next to nothing because of this. I never parent yet. In my life, I parent right now. Because I don't have a home. A parent and they're struggling for parents supposed to move out because I can't afford it. I'm supposed to move out anytime. Can't afford to parent. I ain't know what parent. I'm in life I live. I live in my own home. This is all I have to say.
A pleasant good morning, Mr. Jonathan Jackson. Nice to meet you. Shabba? Sorry? Thank you. My name is Shabba Eastman, counsel for the NDC. My major problem, I was a resident of KP. On the 22nd of December, I went into housing because Aaron was telling me I was engaging Aaron from the beginning to the ending. I said, Aaron, he appointed a meeting with the Minister Crow. And he said, you need to be here at this time. Okay, you call me like an hour or 2 hours. You don't know what I'm doing. I have a business. To reach your office to attend the meeting with the minister on the 22nd of December. Well, me and my mother ended up being late. When I met here, I spoke to Aaron and other Mistress Sukan in the office. They're telling me I have to move. I said, Aaron, this place, the land is not in the way of the highway. The big pen and the fruit trees is more in the way for the highway to pass. What are you doing? What is the plan that you guys have to move our pigs? And what are you doing with the fruit trees that we have here? Well, apparently, like I was talking to a little bit hard, and they chased me out of the office, both of them, because they said I'm being arrogant. But you have a problem. How can I come and speak English with my problem? Of something that is affecting us for over approaching 2 years that you guys are not bringing a resolution to. On the 5th of January, Aaron them appeared to bring the building. As not even the 5th of January, it's the 4th of January, because they came the 3rd, they broke the bridge. They came the 4th, and they tell us that we got to break the building. I said, man, I'm going to become homeless. When the police tell me, oh, they have to break the place, so you guys don't have to break this place. Because these people promised me a land at Great Diamond to relocate. And if you guys are not giving me this land to relocate to Great Diamond because it's in preparation, how can I move? Okay, that's promises. I see it as promises because it never comes. Great Diamond is now developing. It has the grading and it now doing roads. And a year ago, they promised me the land to relocate to continue doing business. They gave my mother a residential land, and they're telling me I cannot do business here. Well, where would I go to do business? Because everybody's saying, oh, I stupid. How can I do business on the roadside? I don't have nowhere to go to continue doing my business. I have goals. And how can you just come on the 5th of January and block down everything? Throw everybody on the roadside. Eh? Mr. Aaron is who come and conquer and divide Mocha. He is responsible because from since the KMQ problem, Mocha got Elder Skelter, nobody living good with nobody, because you know what? They pick out a few and they're giving some handouts to these people in this village, and they're trying to tell people you can't live good. If you come on this side, well, it's no side. Well, it's wrong, because if this is one guy, you know, prove it to us. Minister, you had the chance to come and deal with our problem. We wrote letters on letters to all these ministries, and you guys don't. All you guys have is Aaron on the ground doing he's just distracting everybody. And he coming and he lying and he lying and he lying and he lying. Every day is a problem. When he jump out the black vehicle, Aaron is the cause for this. Aaron is the cause. I make, when I go in the office, housing, and I spoke to Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles will tell you, okay, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Well, when he and you back over to Aaron, it's a disaster, because it's you reaching nowhere. And if it's Aaron is the distraction, and when he and you back to Aaron, how can we reach somewhere? We are not stopping development, because this is not just development for Mocha, it's for Guyana, and we need development. And you guys had enough land to leave those houses until you guys come to a resolution to relocate us. Y'all didn't have to treat us like dogs and animals, those things that we had in our backyard. You guys didn't have to treat us like that. And then after it finished, after the pain in my body, I went to Woodlands Hollow because the pain too much, I can't sleep. Until this day, my feet and my stomach hurt. Sometimes I get a severe headache, something that I never struggled with. When I went back to Mr. Charles, he said, right, because I refused to talk to Mr. Aaron. I said, not ever again in my life. I'm going to the man. Wherever he went, because all Aaron is to sell you dreams. When I went back to Mr. Charles, he transformed me to the minister. I spoke to the secretary. Well, I went but 3 times and I said, I ain't going back. This is when I said, look, I'm going to head to the court to get something, because this is reaching no way. But 3 times I went to the minister. He said, oh, I'm going to call you. He never called. He never called me, because my mother don't have a phone. My mother don't have a phone to contact nobody. I am the only person that ever, when I'm ready to go to housing, I would pick up my mother and we go. We engage these people, embarrass me to the highest. They disrespect me. These people we need justice. We are homeless people and we are living uncomfortable. Well, I'm even trying to continue because I have to survive. When I go to banks, I don't pay them because banks got to get the money. Everything broke up, everything lost. Y'all come and broke up over 900 cases, 900 hard cases. And I got to go and pay banks. And they come and sign up and think, oh, the Eastman, you're going to pay us so much when we come. It's pressuring. It's pressuring. Hard to survive in this place. Mocha is not bed roses. This place is not bed roses. Life hard in this place. At least for me, and I know plenty others. Life hard. And we need betterment. Y'all saying it's one Guyana? Show everybody that this is one Guyana. One Guyana, not just you pick out some because y'all see you're capable of winning some in the Barnwell North, and y'all see you're capable of winning some in Uprising Community. Y'all see the way. Help everybody. Help everybody, minister. Till this thing happen, you guys never reach out to us. Are we animals? Are we animals? Not because we silent, but we living in pain every day. Every day. Not mentally, but physically and emotionally. You guys, we have children that need counseling because they experience something that they even traumatized. And we need help. So don't go in America and all over and trying to show people that, oh, everything right. It's not right. We punish it. We punish it. You guys need to help us. If you want to help one, help everybody, minister. Minister, help everybody. And this is not politics. I heard the vice president saying, oh, it's politics. It's not politics. If it was politics, why me and my mother and others going and engage with you guys? We would have stayed away. It's not politics. Nobody is stopping development in Guyana. You think we're glad to be Almighty? And they down, send it down like Richmond. Mocha, let it tread it down in Richmond. Right in Mocha, because we punish it. When the grant is distributed, don't look at favoritism. Don't select couple persons and give the grant. What about the business persons that actually living in Mocha? Give us grant. Give us grant. Don't select different persons that don't even have a business. Fair enough. It has potential business persons that would even like to start a business. No problem if you guys look and give those persons. But what about the person that have a physical business? You guys just saying, oh, everything is there. Thank you.
Congressman, it's a pleasure. Welcome to the community. Government officials, residents, quick things. I'm not going to repeat. What is very painful is that the distance of where Plainview was located, there are construction now going on along the very highway that is even closer to the highway. Mocha, you know the word coffee comes from, there was some information that was not quite accurate. Mocha, Walter Rodney wrote about the seizure of lands from Africans that were enslaved in the various African communities that were bought after slavery. Mocha was one such community in 1846. What he stated, the most notorious instance of land grabbing was done to Mocha in number 3 Canal. As a result of that, in 1887, the British Anti-Slavery Society wrote a petition on the residents of Mocha, where they stated, and I quote, where the land was illegally, unfairly, unjustly, and wrongfully added to Diamond Sugar Estate. a transport was passed in error, although there was objection. So they may have a document today that says Diamond Sugar Estate owns certain portions of land, but it's not accurate. I am a resident, my family from here, and the history that has passed on Mocha extended to about 2 miles from here. That is not our current history. The previous administration identified with the rail project where a pump should be located to draw water from the back in the farming area to bring it forward because the canal is sloping like this. Today, we've spoken to the Minister of Agriculture to see if that pump could be installed so that the residents and the farmers behind here would be alleviated of the flood. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone, once again. I stand in here this morning. I was privileged to listen to all of your concerns. And I must, well, most of what we heard, but what I can promise you is that you saw Minister, you saw the Congressman here, and this is a step in the right direction, meaning they're here to listen, and we will hold them accountable to coming back, because I know they're coming back to listen. Most of your issues that you would have raised here today doesn't end here. I can promise you that. One, we will, hold on, no. Hold on. I'm not Mr. Aaron, but one thing I can tell you, mental health issues is something that we will be addressing. Because listening to the young lady who spoke about her 2-year-old, who's now 3, that is something at the top of our agenda. Frequent visits to the community will be made where we have these forums to engage you and enlighten you on what we're doing. One, Guyana means moving forward. It doesn't mean, hold on. It doesn't mean for one particular population, but it means for everyone. One nation, one destiny, one people, right? So that's why we're here, and we're going to move Mocha forward, but we need you. We need you to help us as well. It's not a one-sided thing. It's not a government or it's not an opposition. It's the people of Mocha. Who believe that? Is it the people of Mocha? It's not the opposition. It's not the government. But let's stand as one Mocha and move Mocha forward. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say a very special thank you for granting me this opportunity of your time to hear your concerns. I will share these concerns. I understand them well. This is the plight of the African people in so many places. And I thank you for your candor. We are one people, same concerns. I look forward to reporting back to you. Until next time, God bless you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Live there in Mocha at the Mocha Community Center. We heard the young lady and her propaganda and her lies. I wish the audience, members of the audience, probably should have booed her, and not accept that sort of propaganda coming in. This is happening now live at the Mocha Community Center. The people of Mocha Arcadia and surrounding areas, communities were able to voice their opinions, and the majority, 98% of them, are against what the corrupt PPP regime has been doing. And they actually spoke their stories, and the Congressman Jackson was able to listen to them. And I am sure that he's smart enough to understand the propaganda coming from the PPP regime. Propaganda is real, guys. I repeat, the propaganda is real. Um, and so they weren't able to cover up whatever it is they had in mind. But what the people have to be a little more aggressive when it comes to dealing with these corrupt, racist PPP officials. They cannot have them to have the last say on anything. That woman who spoke at the end should have been booed. Should have been, all of them representing the PPP should have been chased out, and to allow the congressman to hear firsthand from the people. Um, at least he did, but the propaganda is what should have been booed out, and the people should have taken control of that entire meeting, even though they did, yes. They should have demanded that their elected member of parliament for that area should have been at the head table to accord the respect to her. Instead, we saw a convicted criminal, an alleged child rapist, sitting next to the congressman. The congressman will now have to answer to that, because somebody should have been able to say to him that he's sitting next to a convicted criminal, next to an alleged child rapist. Somebody did say, yes, that Miss Nina Flubess spoke. That's not the issue whether she spoke or not, is that she wasn't allowed a chair at the table. Somebody in the community should have taken a chair and placed it there at the table, at the head table. Kwame McCoy doesn't represent the people of that community. Kwame McCoy is part of an oppressive regime that destroyed that community as they destroy other communities. That is exactly what's happening, and that's the issue of which we are talking about at this point in time, the disrespect to all these communities. So for that lady at the end to say that what this fake one Guyana represents, and that they will go back and they will do this for the people, it's too late for that, and it's all propaganda. That is what it is about. I've read some of your comments, and yes, we're all glad that the Congressman Jackson was able to pay a visit to the community of Mocha Arcadia, and that he's leaving Guyana, hopefully, with a better understanding as to the plight of the people, but more so, the discrimination against persons of African descent. He saw it, he heard it firsthand. Firsthand. You guys heard from Vashti, our local hero, Vashti. I'm not sure if Rhonda Lane was there, but we know that our MP, Nima Flu Bess, was there, but she should have been at the head table. All right, so let's keep up the pressure, keep the pressure on these vagabonds in the corrupt PPP regime. And thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you later on tonight on Straight Up on 107.1 FM. Have a great rest of the day. God bless.
Best Allah. Here at the best, here at the best, here at the best Allah. Here at the best, here at the best, here at the best Allah. Here at the best, here at the best, here at the best Allah. Here at the best, here at the best, here at the best Allah. For the morning cock crow, here at the best Allah. I see your bundle, there we go, here at the best Allah. For the morning cock crow, here at the best Allah. I see your bundle, there we go, here at the best Allah. Here at the best, here at the best, here at the best Allah. Here at the best, here at the best, here at the best Allah. Washa Allah, washa Allah, washa Allah fa. Yasha Allah, yasha Allah, here at the best Allah. Washa Allah, washa Allah, washa Allah fa. Yasha Allah, here at the best